Hey, fellow currency lovers. First note of business, if you want to win silver, make sure to jump to my channel and enter the free giveaway to all subscribers. I'm giving away hundreds of dollars worth of silver, silver rounds, silver bars, some coin books, a big mix of collectibles. So please jump to that. But over the last week of doing some work, I have compiled a little bit of moolah. Thought we could do a bill search, see if I come up with anything valuable or at least collectible, right? Starting off with a series 2013 $10 note. So, go through all my other videos. I'll talk about individual denominations of U.S. money, currency that you can find errors and stuff on. But this one's really beat up. Condition's the first part of it. I also look at the serial numbers, which is nothing really jumping out on the front. On the back of the note, really nice depiction of the U.S. Treasury. Really cool tour to go on if you ever get a chance. But nothing there. Serial numbers printed a little high. I can tell that because normally this would sit, both of these would sit down slightly. But unless it's obscuring another portion of the note, not going to be collectible per se. Another waterlogged note, also kind of tore up on the corner here. Condition is 9/10 of the law when it comes to collectibles, of course. $5 notes have a really awesome depiction of the Lincoln Memorial on the back, and sometimes there is some blurring and stuff. Let me turn on my light. There we go. Sorry to blind you there for a second, but I want you to see what I'm talking about. Always kind of keep an eye out for the really intricate detail on any of the notes, really. But you can see blurring between lines and stuff sometimes, as well as misprints. Series 2013 $5 note. I think the other one was Series 2000. No, it's 2017A. So, similar run size for both of these. If you ever find a collectible note, make sure to try to thin it out. Smooth it out between two books and stuff, but don't try to iron them and stuff like that. You can end up ruining the note. So it's kind of like a comic book. If you recondition a comic book or restore it, although you can get a pretty good grade on them, they're still not as valuable as the original. Here's a little bit of writing on this thing, number 4. That's what it looks like to me, or like a pitchfork. Nothing in the serial number, plus this ruins it quite a bit, because this is not anything cool. Oddly, one of the better conditioned notes so far. Yeah, a little bit of wet ink transfer down here, but nothing too crazy. We'll move on. 2017 A $1 note. Huge run of these that were printed for this series date. I like to keep an eye out on the front and back of the U.S. seal depicted on the back here. Sometimes there's a little bit of issues. We found something long ago, it's been a while, but right down where it says 1776 in Roman numerals, some misprints, so keep an eye out. Good repetition of 5s on this one, but nothing in the serial number. Lots of people send me emails or Facebook messages or whatever about collectible serial numbers. You know, with repeater notes, with all these different digits in there, it's not collectible to me, but it could be collectible to you. So, but as far as a value standpoint, it's not going to be any value just having a bunch of 5s in it. 2009 $1 note, so the oldest so far. Not too old, but old. These are hitting end of life. What I mean by that is $1 notes generally only have like a 5 to 7 year circulation lifespan, just from the amount of use for $1 notes. 50s, 100s are used less, so therefore they have quite a long lifespan. $2 notes, people still believe they're not real, so those also have a long lifespan. This thing got rusted out. Maybe it was buried in the earth, right? No, I have no idea. Some sort of dirt and rust translated over to this note. So if it was collectible, that would definitely hurt its value. It looks like it was folded all messed up at one point. Thing has seen its day. Nice repetition of 7s. Again, unless they're really, for instance, if this was just 4s and 7s, or even 0 4s and 7s, so a trinary note or a binary note would be the 2 digits, then it might be a little collectible. Here in this case, just having some repetitious note digits in the serial number on this note is not going to do anything. Take a closer look at that mark. Could be a booger, could be a misprint, but from the tone of that black, we know it's not a type of ink color used for this type of note. But on further examination, you can see that it is on the exterior of the note, not printed in it. So we move on. Really good clump right here. Good clump of 2s. It's kind of a good example of something that could have been. I've been mentioning this in the other couple things I said in the video. This is a really good one. It's a shame that the first 4 are totally, well, we got a 2 in there, but different combination of digits. It would have been nice to either have a full block, so all 2s would have been pretty valuable. We could have sold that for $30, $40, no problem. If not more, if I got it graded. Some people in the coin and banknote groups I'm in, they buy stuff for top dollar. They might even spend close to $100 for a $1 note if it's a solid block. Another thing that would have been nice is even a binary note. If it was like 3-2 and then repeated 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, or all 3s and then 2s, again, I think I could have got $30, $40 for that. This is a really nice, clean note as far as condition. A little wrinkly, little beat up, but not too bad, especially comparatively to the ones we've seen. But again, with that serial number and nothing else jumping out, not collectible. Really close to a broken ladder, couple digits away. Broken ladders are like 0 through 7, for example, or 1 through 8, or whatever. But it can be either in order or out of order. Broken ladder is out of order. A ladder is in order. And then a true ladder is going to go up or down, so descending or ascending order. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 8 down. Those are worth pretty good money. People like ladders. They like birthday notes. 2017 A. Nice fold up the middle. Broken corner here all bent up, but at least it's salvageable. Nice crisp note overall. So somebody had this, just folded it up, put it in their pocket or whatever. But man, actually a really nice note previous to that. But nothing jumping out. Getting down there about midway through. We had a lot of repetitious digits throughout serial numbers, but nothing really worth holding on to. That clump of 2s was pretty cool. Lots of wet ink transfer. Now, with wet ink transfer that looks kind of like a thumbprint almost, that's just from the notes being wet after production. They stack them, prematurely from drying, and then it translates some ink over. Or sometimes the ink is so wet being laid down on the front of the note or in the note, since it's an intaglio 3-phase printing process for US currency, you'll see kind of a bleed through. Now, if it's obscuring, you can see Washington almost all the way. Those are actually worth pretty good money as a misprint, but in this case, it's really common. Lots of 5s, so similar to those 2s, I won't harp on that. 2017 series note, lots and lots of print in those. This one's nice and beat up. Looks like it's been wet at some point. Little bit of loss of ink there on the corner, or side, rather, of the pyramid, but that's just damage. So don't get confused. I like to have a loop handy, so if something gets really confusing, I'm not sure if it's damage, if it's a misprint, and just the naked eye's not telling, I can pull out my loop, I can go to my computer in my other room, and I can look at my USB microscope and really get down and dirty, see if there's something going on. And just damage here, that's like a Sharpie or something. Maybe they were marking the bills at a business or bank or something. A couple of 9s, nothing really too crazy. I've seen a lot of comments about people that have gotten into the hobby recently, so that's really awesome. I'm glad you guys are finding coin channels on TikTok and YouTube and stuff, or whatever it is you use. My channel, if it's my channel. But there's some really large channels with like millions of followers, and I'm glad that just this awesome hobby of collecting currency is really hitting the mainstream again. I think it's cyclical and kind of goes up and down, up and down like trading cards and comics, vinyls. Everything kind of comes around full circle eventually. And nothing too crazy going on. I haven't found anything nuts yet, so hopefully so. This is a good example here. So this blue is not a tinting that comes in the note. This is actually just from being folded like this. And then somebody's blue jeans. That's literally what it is. If you ever have brand new white shoes, put new jeans on, you can actually see some of the blue translate over the tongues of your shoe. Stuff like that. That's all it is. So somebody shoved this in their pocket. It's thinned out. Wish we had like the Jetsons. You could like reach through and feel it. but this has been wet and translated some blue jean blue on it. 1885, 3805, not really a date note. Have not found a great birthday note in a while. Hopefully I do. If you ever find May 3rd, 1989, I will buy that from you. I'd love to buy that in any denomination. I'll make it worth your while, you know? Let me know. Nice U.S. Treasury depiction like we commented on the beginning of the video. Hey, all right. Whoa, okay, this is actually a really cool one. At first I was like, a star note, which I like already. But this is actually a nice note you can read right side up and upside down. AMBIGRAM? AMBIGRAM. We're going to go with that. Very awesome. The print is really nice as far as just being printed normally, but really nice replacement note. I am stoked about that. I have not had a great find star notes and stuff because there's lots of them out there. If you watch any of my videos, you know I collect star notes. But this one is awesome. I am going to try to put it between a couple of, I actually have some old phone books, which like aren't even made anymore. But I'm going to stick it between those or like some Encyclopedia Britannicas just to really date everybody. Hey, let me find these 80-year-old books and put it between it, right? Anyway, most people watching probably don't even know what those are. But anyway, awesome serial number. Replacement notes are simply that. Star note indicates that the note was damaged during production. It was found through kind of a quality assurance policy kind of process. They replace it. Does not mean the serial number on this note is the one on the note that was destroyed. But they replace the notes and the star kind of indicates that, and they're able to chronicle the note being replaced. We will look this note up and see if it's important or what the deal is with it. On a website called My Currency Collection. I have no relation to them. I just love their little tool on there to look up star notes. That's super cool. Sorry, I'm gabbing on. Let's go through the last few. Hopefully we find another stellar note. 2017 A, $1 note, so lots of ones. Nothing in the serial number. Beat up Washington there, poor fella. And nothing on the back. 2017 A, $1 note again. Atlanta, Georgia seal. Little bit of shift in the Treasury seal, but not enough to call home about. This one's nice and sort of crisp, although it's got some folds in it. And thought I had something there, but no. Last three notes. Nothing in the serial number on this 2017 A note. Nice and beat up and folded a few times. There's a little bit more of that prevalent wet ink transfer I was talking about. You can kind of almost make out the collar of his coat there. Only a digit or two away from a broken ladder again. That would have been nice if that was the case, but not so much. Also really beat up, so condition's part of it. And we'll end off on a nice beat to all get out $10 bill. Series 2017 A. This thing has been wet. It's all thinned out. Towards the end of its life, nothing in the serial number. We're really close on this one. 0, 2, 3, 4. If we would have had a 5 here instead of a 4, would have had 0. We're missing the 1, so I'm lying to you. But we were close by a couple digits from another broken ladder, so at least that's kind of a takeaway of what to look for. Kind of a minor collectible note. Nothing on the back, but this is the killer find. We had some clumped together numbers on some serial numbers. We had some bunch of 2s together, some 5s together, but this is the good find of the video. It's a nice kind of AMBIGRAM trinary repeater with a star on it. So what an awesome kind of multi-collectible note found in this video. I will look it up on My Currency Collection on the Star Note Finder, see if there's anything interesting or rare about, or more so rare about this star note, and I'll put it in the description box. Another important thing, let me know what you've come across in your coin and bill searches lately in the comments below. And again, jump into my channel, click on the 70K subscriber giveaway. It's free. And just enter. It is free to enter. I'm giving away prizes. Would love for you to win one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Have an awesome day and keep being you. I will see you in the next video.